Bulavinaka, Talofa Lava, good day Olgeta, and warm Pacific greetings to you all. History is in the making. The International Court of Justice, the world's highest court, will deliver its long awaited advisory opinion on climate change and international law. It's a decision that began right in the heart of the Pacific by youths in the Pacific. It started in a small classroom at the University of the South Pacific, where 27 determined law students decided to take the biggest polluters in the world to court. After 6 years of campaigning, today their voices echo through the halls of The Hague as the final decision is drawing closer and closer. On July 23rd, judges at the ICJ will deliver their opinion on what legal duties countries have to protect the environment, uphold human rights, and safeguard the future of our islands. More than 90 countries made submissions, from legal heavyweights to small island nations. This is the biggest advisory case the court has ever seen. For the Pacific, this isn't just about the law. It's about justice. It's about survival. It's about identity. Cynthia Hoiniuhi, president of the Pacific Islands Student Fighting for Climate Change, said it best in her powerful speech before the court last year.
Climate change is undermining our ability to uphold this sacred contract. My people's land of Fanalei is nearing a critical point on the verge of being completely engulfed by the rising seas. Without our land, our bodies and memories are severed from the fundamental relationship that defined who we are. Those who stand to lose are the future generations. Their future is uncertain, reliant upon the decision-making of a handful of large emitting states which, as my colleagues explained, are responsible for climate change. For my people, and for the world's youth and future generation, the consequences are existential.
From rising seas in Tuvalu to eroding coastlines in Vanuatu, king tides washing through villages in Kiribati, floods upon floods damaging properties and land that were culturally tied to us, gone in the impact that we are already facing today. What Pacific leaders, lawyers, and communities are asking the court to do is to recognize that these harms are not accidental. They are the results of specific decisions made by countries. Countries that fund fossil fuels, countries that delay action, and countries that ignore the science. This is a chance for the court to interpret how international laws interact with conduct that causes climate change. The ICJ can clarify obligations, define harmful conduct, and hold states accountable, not just for what they've done, but what they failed to do. And that includes questions like, are states breaching their legal duties by subsidizing fossil fuels? Can inaction, like failing to reduce emissions, be considered unlawful? And how do these obligations extend to corporations under the state control?
When we talk about these opinions, they are clarifications of law. It's law that already exists. It's law that's already been there, but it's the inability of countries to recognize it, for that law to be reinforced in a manner that is that helps address the problem of climate change.
Regardless of whether or not it's a negative outcome, SPC as a technical organization which is here to support our members will look to what we can support our members with to address climate change and the impacts of climate change, working within the frame of what the ICJ advisory opinion is.
I'm a scientist, I'm not a lawyer. And I think that the facts and evidence of the impact and the magnitude of that impact on our countries hopefully is, supported by the existing laws that are there to protect us. If they are not, then in my view, law is developed to help correct the injustices that there are. So even if there is a negative outcome of this, I think it's critically important that we continue to elevate the facts. The facts are, the science is very clear, the lived experience is very clear for our countries.
In fact, the decision this week might actually do some good in international conferences like UNFCCC's at COPs. As judges prepare their final words, the Pacific is not silent. No, actually, the world is not silent anymore. Campaigners globally, world all over, that started off with the passion of a few young people continue to mobilize as we speak. Webinars are being held across the region, and on July 17, Pacific youth, legal experts, and communities joined together for a big push mobilization call to align final advocacy message before the verdict is announced. Over the years, witness stands and voices of the local communities were collected. Testimonials were also supplied, along with scientific proof by original organization like the Pacific Community. All of that culminated to this particular day. This decision won't bring binding penalties, but what it does is the power of it is in something much deeper. It can influence future court cases, shape new treaties, and send a clear message to the world. And that message is that climate inaction is not just immoral, it may be illegal. In the Pacific, we are not victims. We are not vulnerable. We are leading and we demand climate justice. From our shores of the Pacific to the world's highest court, this is our moment. We're not going to stay tuned for more updates.